Shout out to Mile High Minute. Yeah, we hot in the and we in the snow. What they talking about? We gonna keep going. We don't need next right now. If anybody that hey, anytime you feel doubt, go twice as hard.
No, facts.
Yeah, when you ain't going, somebody else.
We live, we rolling, man. Mile High Minute #1 podcast in the universe, man. We live, we in the city of the snow. We in Denver, Colorado, man, with HighThoughtsTV, man, all the way from Houston, man. What's the word? How's the snow treating you?
Man, I don't know if I'm loving it or hating it, but I just had to let niggas know we in the snow right now. Shout out Mile High Minute, man, for having me on this show. It's much love.
Hell yeah, man. Y'all can see around, it's nothing but straight, just white snow everywhere. Y'all came like, bruh, the last two storms, bro, it's been cold, so it's been staying, and then it's just been hell snow. So it usually really ain't even this bad, but it's been crazy.
I ain't gonna lie, when I touched down, I was driving like that old person behind the wheel. I was scared. It was snowing hard as fuck. Ice on the ground. I'm like, man, we don't see this shit in Houston.
Yeah, you gotta
be
careful.
Get rain every other week.
Nah, facts, man. Anyways, let's get right into it, man. So you originally born and raised in Houston, or where you from?
Houston, baby, born and raised. That lived and have family all over the city, from the south to the north to the in between, and all throughout Texas. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, born and raised. Before you got into like blogging and shit, were you making music? I think you be producing and shit too, right? Or
producing, but like before the HighThoughtsTV, honestly, I wasn't on none of this music shit. I wasn't like, this was never, I never planned to interview a nigga. I never planned to make a beat, none of that. Like, I had a friend that he was into music early on, and it kind of took off for him, but like it just wasn't my lane. I was in college and doing some other shit, playing basketball and a whole lot of other shit. And then I was bartending and actually stumbled upon me by like a partner I had at the time, and like one of my regulars that was coming to fuck with me at the bar was like, bro, you should, why you don't have a podcast? You have a podcast. And I ain't. Cause
you're like, your voice and shit, or the way you be, your energy, you saying that?
I don't know, bro, cause like I said, I never did too much. Like, people always say, like, who do you take inspiration from, or podcasts you done watch? And it's like, aside from like, you know what I'm saying, the Say Cheese and the No Jumpers or shit like that, Vlad, I've never really been into that shit. I just kind of like, you know.
Just kind of happy?
I'm me. Yeah, hell yeah. And then it just went. I used to do it with another person, you know what I'm saying? Everybody not meant to go, you know what I'm saying, to the end of the journey with you.
Right.
But yeah, for sure, for sure. Shout out to bro, we part of the process. We ain't do no hating over here.
Nah, thanks. Hey, same shit happened with me, man. It's all love though, I feel it. Okay, so you said you was hooping growing up? Or?
Hell yeah, that was, honestly, football was my first love. But then like I got to high school, and like, you know what I'm saying, that's when they started putting niggas in that weight room. I was in that bitch lifting, but niggas was getting swole. I wasn't getting swole. So.
You got fast metabolism or what?
I wasn't getting swole. Them niggas was getting big than a bitch. I'm like, man, let me just keep doing layups and shit like that.
Hell yeah.
So I just stuck with basketball. Yeah, and then, you know, later on.
Did you play in college too, or just high school, or what?
A little bit, but high school and AAU was like the peak of it for me, I feel like.
Oh, okay.
And then once I got to college, I realized, like, damn, am I about to go to the NBA, or is it time to like find some other shit to do? So I was like studying computer engineering, some shit that I wasn't even into for real, but I knew would make some money. And
shit, you probably learned something you use now too, a little bit.
Exactly, you know what I'm saying? You learn a little bit of everything, even if it's just the discipline within.
Right.
But now it's, I kind of like picked up the podcast, and I had an artist reach out early on and saw Miss Megan. Shout out Miss Megan.
Yeah, Miss Megan's dope.
Miss Megan was honestly the first Houston influencer that like welcomed my brand in and introduced me to TSF sauce and just the whole Houston music scene early on. Before I had any connections, I didn't know anybody within this shit, and she just embraced me as if she knew me.
Oh yeah, no, that's dope. Okay, so like, what college did you go to?
I went to Blinn for a little bit.
Okay. Is that like
it's a junior college.
Okay.
It's like East Texas, Brenham, right next to PV, not too far from Prairie View, another big HBCU like in the Texas area. From there, I went to U of H, the main campus, for a little bit.
Okay.
And like I said, I was bartending. It was a lot, because in the mix of that, then I started doing this. It was like, shit, nigga, what you gonna do?
Yeah, I feel that shit. Yeah.
You can't do everything.
Right.
So I was like, shit, I can come back to school. This shit is right now. Let's try it out, see where it goes.
Okay. Who was your first interview?
First interview, damn, that's a good question. So first setup interview was Burger Man.
Okay.
I don't know if he's still rapping or if he's just lifting weights and shit. Nigga goddamn put the mic down and pick the weights up on niggas. But we had I used to play music through my like podcasts and shit early on. I ain't know, cause my shit wasn't monetized, so I ain't know about no copyright strikes. So a lot of niggas' music was just getting played just off of being in the area or if I was fucking with it. And he got wind of that and was like, I'm fucking with the movement, let me come on the show. And then from there, like I said, you know, Miss Megan had already invited me out, and then I just kept doing my job of being at the places I felt was the right place at the right time and shit like that.
How did you end up tapping in with Miss Megan and TSF?
The motherfucking Instagram comments.
Okay.
She posted, Walka had just dropped Drip God. It was a thing on.
I remember that song.
Yeah, he dropped Drip God. It was a song and an album at the time, album or a tape. I don't know what he classified it as, but he was she was hosting a mixer for him at the Enclave Studios. Never been to that studio. Shout out to the Enclave. And so I jumped in her comments like, oh, let my media company come out. Woo, woo, woo. She jumped in my DMs and was like, yeah, let's do it. We pulled up. She 10 seconds in that bitch, hey man, Sauce Walka, let me tell you, you know what I'm saying? She introduced a nigga to everybody in there. Everybody showed love, so I was fucking with it off top.
Yeah, they got some real good energy.
They got some good energy, so that's why shit, no matter how the shit play out, like they showed nigga love off jump. So I had any type of resume to even present to a nigga.
Right.
But yeah, so she just showed us a room. We set up a camera in that bitch and just start interviewing every artist that walked through the door.
Hell yeah. Okay, who would you say was like your biggest interview right now, or like the moment you were like, okay, you know what I'm saying, I could actually really go somewhere with this shit?
Shit.
Or
right
both.
now my biggest interview, it's a guy out of Houston named FDA. We did an
I'll be seeing y'all on there a lot, huh?
Yeah, man, that's my nigga. Shout out FDA, man. We be doing live streams and shit like that too. My nigga be vocal, giving his opinion. He had talked about Mo3 one time, allegedly catching a couple bodies at V Live, and that shit went dumb. We was on No Jumper. That was crazy. I woke up, this nigga Adam 22 had me and FDA on the fucking green screen, and he's like, on HighThoughtsTV, these niggas have just.
Are you serious?
These niggas just gave Mo3 a dry body. Yeah, hell yeah.
Damn.
Nigga, then Vlad posted, it was Hot New Hip Hop World Star, and I was like, hold on. A lot of them places showed love off top, so they like already had like the link to the full interview, so you know, that shit is real, you know what I'm saying? When you start actually being a content creator and realizing that your content is your bread and butter, and when you see people show love or actually, you know, post your shit without you even asking them to, it's appreciated. Right.
No, that's real. I'm gonna be real, that's something I haven't even really have happened to me yet, you know what I'm saying? I've tapped in with some people, but ain't no like news like that really going viral on the platform, so that's dope.
But before that, the moment I knew this shit was gonna be like some different shit in Houston, I got an interview with Jay Prince Sr.
Okay,
like, so I did
that's
that.
Not easy.
Nigga, like, and to me, like, and niggas got me fucked up, for real.
Yeah, let them know.
Cause like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just the man, the myth, the legend himself. And then I got the only interview in the world with Baby J Prince as well. So I feel like, you know, those were some moments that happened to me, like I say, probably within the first year and a half of me doing HighThoughtsTV. So it was like, I can't stop. Like,
yeah,
I'm
you
doing,
get
like,
you
what
go
people
too into it.
Can't really do. So that was like, I gotta keep doing that shit.
Hell yeah, okay.
Aside from all the other artists, like, you know, shout out OG3 from, you know, NBA Youngboy's brother, and Roger and other artists such like that. Okay,
so outside in perspective, I'm in Colorado, you know what I'm saying? Like, we got other platforms and shit, but it's not as competitive as Texas is, I feel like. So what's it like for you when you see them Texas blogger lists, and like how do you feel about the competition, you know what I'm saying, in Texas?
Okay, so first off, shout out to all the Texas bloggers. I feel like Texas, we got a great market when it comes to content creating.
Y'all probably got the best, I feel like, when it comes to just like how many platforms. Maybe I'm biased too.
Independent, like a lot of, like, you know what I'm saying, there's not really, I feel like a lot of these people are just like startup and let's do this shit type shit. And you know, shout out to everybody with the list. I ain't gonna lie, early on I used to pay attention to that shit, because of course everybody want to, you know what I'm saying, when you go to basketball trials, nigga want to see his name on the list. You don't want to not be on the list. But then I start realizing, like, nigga, fuck the list. It's all about, are you satisfied with what you putting out? And aside from a list on the internet, or what you're doing in your community, is this some shit that's gonna last, or is this some shit that's gonna phase out in a couple of months?
Right.
And when you start seeing that you actually helping artists build their brand and reach other instances that they may or may not reach if they hadn't come across you, you start saying fuck them lists. And the views too. Like another thing, like of course everybody wants to see 1 million views, but another thing is like, don't worry, it's not about the views, it's about who's watching. You never know who's watching that shit. So you might have 10 views, but motherfucking Jay-Z might be one of them 10 views. You never know.
That's a good point.
So that's why I say with the content shit, you just keep putting that shit out. Just stay consistent, let niggas know you serious.
Hell yeah, no, that's dope. That's dope. What kind of advice would you give to any other upcoming platform who's trying to be like HighThoughtsTV, man?
Number one advice: don't be like HighThoughtsTV.
Fair enough.
Be like yourself, cause like niggas gonna love you and respect you for you. If you not you, nigga, you trying to be another nigga, that's only gonna get you so far till they start saying you trying to be like this nigga, or it might not get you nowhere. If you yourself, they gonna fuck with you, and if they don't, they don't. But if you doing it because you love to do it, nigga, it's not gonna matter if people fuck with you. Right. You just gonna keep getting better at what you do over time, and nigga, you gonna turn up and say fuck. I don't give a fuck, they like me, this shit coming out.
Right.
You feel me?
Yeah. Okay, how do you, like, what are some of your like best like strategies when it comes to like HighThoughtsTV? Like, how do you bring in the YouTube monetization and like be able to get people's attention, you know what I'm saying, with the news and all that?
So I started HighThougtsTV, I say it's probably been about 4 years now.
Damn, that's about the same time I started.
So I feel like it's a forever learning process. You don't never know all the answers. But the biggest thing I can say that I feel like has helped me, whether the interviews have been superior or like rookie level, is like the consistency. If niggas see you working, they got no choice but to respect a nigga working. And if they don't respect it, it's like shit, the work getting done. So niggas gonna be able to look back, whether it's right now and they see it, or they look back in 2 years, they gonna be able to see this nigga did this, that, that's been done. Like, and it's always just about, you know, trying to stay ahead of the curve. I feel like don't do what's trending. Like, no disrespect, I feel like one thing that was trending, and it's great because he give great interviews. A lot of niggas was trying to interview like the Charleston Whites or the OG Percy's, and it's no disrespect to them niggas. Them niggas is great personalities on the internet that do their thing and run up the views. But I always like, rather than like, you know, follow behind, like, you know, if I'm meant to interview them niggas, we're gonna cross that bridge when it comes. It's rather like, okay, let's find the next nigga that can be that great level.
That's real. I see that.
Rather than let's all interview the same person and get the same story from a nigga. Again, ain't no disrespect to a nigga.
No, I needed to hear that. That's real. I appreciate that. Okay. And then how do you like decide what to post? You know what I'm saying? Whether it be positive or negative news. And like, do you ever feel like, I guess, like, man, I don't know if I want to post negative, but you feel like you kind of have to, being a media platform, to get the views? Like, how do you kind of balance all that out?
I feel that all the time. Like, cause for instance, like, I consider myself a positive person. My energy always is on 10. Like, I'm not on no negative shit, but being on the internet, you realize like the internet is not a positive place. It's not built for positive people. It's positive people on the internet. But the internet for the most part, it's demons on there. People want to see what they want to see you doing bad. They want to see the fuck shit. They want to see the again, no disrespect, they want to see the Krishan Rocks and the blue face. They want to see that. They want to see that so they can feel better about their situation. Like, of course, people want to hear positivity, but at the end of the day, they want to see some bullshit in comparison to their situation or whatever they might be going on, make them feel better, or, you know, like, oh shit, I'm not the only person got some bullshit going on in the world.
Right. Okay, that's real. Whose fault is it when it comes to like posting like beef and drama and shit like that? Is it the rapper's fault or the blogger's fault?
I blame the rappers. I blame the rap niggas. We post what y'all post. If y'all want us to post music, post music. You want to post guns and that you saying that you done this, that, and the third, well, don't get mad at us when we posted shit. You posted it first, nigga. We wouldn't have the content without you. I'm not looking to post that. Shit, I'd rather post your music, but shit.
No one cares about the music half the time, really.
You feel me? If that's what you post and it run up 1 million views, shit, that must be what the people want to see. So I'm going to repost that shit. Don't post that shit, I won't post it. That's
real. Okay. Man, let the people know, man, where to find you on the social medias, all that, man. Let them know.
Find me on everything at HighThoughtsTV. By the way, you can find all the Hot Thoughts music too, cause we got music released too. Shout out Free Drippy and all the artists I done work with. We got music on all platforms under Hot Thoughts, no TV. It's just Hot Thoughts all together. Yeah, I done work with shit. A lot of niggas that's up and coming from Houston to goddamn Mars, nigga. Yeah. And we gonna keep doing that. So shout out to everybody. And yeah, if y'all watching this, shout out to y'all too. Shout out to Mile High Minute. Yeah, we hot in the and we in the snow. What they talking about? We gonna keep going. We don't need next right now. If anybody that hey, anytime you feel doubt, go twice as hard.
No, facts.
Yeah, when you ain't going, somebody else is.
That's real. Do you manage Drippy or?
Do I manage Drippy? Nah, Drippy was just like, I ain't gonna lie. If it wasn't for Drippy, I wouldn't have met a lot. Like Drippy made a lot of shit play out for me. Like my first placement with Sauce Walka, I got a song with Sauce Walka and Drippy on it. If it wasn't for Drippy, like damn near reeling that in for me to my studio, I wouldn't have that. CJ Casino, another one, GGO Kurt. The list go on. Like it's a lot of people, and Drippy one of them artists. Like for instance, I like keeping shit business with a lot of people, but Drippy one of the people I met within the business that I feel like, you know what I'm saying? He was a genuine soul. He a real nigga. He goddamn been a real nigga to me. So I try my best to keep his music that while he locked up, you know, I got like 80 unreleased songs with this nigga. I don't know if he got any other songs that's unreleased, but I got about 80 unreleased. Try to keep nigga music alive while he locked up. And, you know, shout out to him and TSL.
Okay, we in the city of the snow, man, as everyone can see, man. What brought you out to Denver?
Honestly, I ain't have no reason to come out here. But I'm one person that, like, I like traveling, and I don't like staying comfortable. Like, you feel me? Like, I want to go see some other shit. Even though I don't fuck with the snow or the cold like that. But it's out of my comfort zone, so I'd rather go put myself in it. And even like this, like, you know what I'm saying, tap into other communities and networks that I wouldn't be able to do so just on a daily basis. So that was really it. You know what I'm saying? And of course to enjoy y'all gas. Y'all niggas got some gas in this bitch.
I appreciate that. Cause a lot of people be trying to downplay it sometimes. I'm like, damn, what we do to you, man?
Nigga, this nigga goddamn had an ounce in this bitch for $30. I said, what, nigga? This nigga got some gas.
That's funny as hell. All right, man. Well, shit.
Shout out Mile High Minute for having me on their platform, man. It's love anytime y'all want me or y'all can be on my shit. It's always gonna be 100. And yeah, shout out to Colorado and the Denver music scene.
Oh yeah, man. I'm gonna have to go back out to Texas, man. It's been a couple years for me, so I'm gonna need to go back out. But I appreciate you, man. Everyone go follow HighThougtsTV, man. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all that, man. Links will be in the description of this interview, man. Make sure you comment down below your favorite HighThoughtsTV interview. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell button to stay notified when all the latest news drops. Mile High Minute, #1 podcast in the universe. We out. Hey, and real quick, shout out to sponsor today's video, 3M Water. Go get the hydro, go get his anyways. Mile High Minute podcast universe. We out. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
You want to do a snow angel?
Just hit them niggas. Fuck them niggas too, nigga. Y'all niggas been hating. Fuck them niggas, man.